everybody, Wave Squadron reporting in. I'm Eric.
Rick.
I'm Calvin.
Aaron.
And we're back with the Acolyte. Last time on, we got another point of view of what possibly could have been going on.
Rashomon.
Yes. The various ideas of what actually happened. Well, maybe we need to hear more points of view to be able to figure it out. Because something happened up there, and I don't know what it was.
Yeah,
so we saw things from a certain point of view?
So far, we've only seen one point of view. So we don't really have another one.
Yeah.
Yet. We just have
Well,
Osha's point of view.
Yeah,
so
you're all right. I'll amend my statement then. We've seen one. We've heard a couple. Some that we know now are false.
And
right.
we've seen evidence that doesn't validate Osha's perspective.
Yeah.
You always got to
Like
validate.
scars.
Always got to validate Osha. You get in trouble.
You'll get shut down.
Yeah.
So we had a poll last time. Who started the fight when Brendock? Because there was a fight. There definitely was a fight.
It was Billy Joel, right? Please tell me we put him on the poll.
We didn't put him on the poll, Rick.
Rick, he didn't start the fire. That's what the song's about.
So 34% of people said the Jedi started it. 28% said the witches, and 37% said somebody else, a third party.
That's not May.
May was a
Not
witch.
Or does May count as witch?
May. I think she would count as witch.
I mean, she got her thingy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Osha wouldn't count as a witch.
No.
Yeah.
Would Osha count as a Jedi?
Not yet.
No.
She was not trained
Force
as a
user.
Jedi.
Maybe Osha started the fire.
Unregistered, even.
How ironic would it be if Osha started the fire?
It is ironic that Osha is operating outside of regulation.
For those outside of the United States who are not privy to this information, it's Occupational Safety and Health Administration. So it's
They try to make work safe.
Do you think a non-U.S.
There is
person
no truck.
it's
wrote
like
the
health and
show
safety.
and named her?
Is that why they named her Osha? What happened? Her family died to a fire.
There was a wildling named Osha that
Yep.
was also very unsafe.
Wildling? Oh,
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yeah.
We had some responses here. One was, I bet Torben is the catalyst of the conflict. He seemed to be the most guilty / remorseful of the 4 Jedi, and he literally kills himself because of what happens.
He's also literally scarred.
Literally scarred, yeah.
And figuratively.
He was scarred in the aftermath of that battle.
Did we see both mothers too in the pile of witches, or did we just see like a pile of witches? Like, did we get any like?
I just saw a pile.
I just want to make sure, like, what if the mother started the fire and there's some
Mother
more?
Anastasia.
We didn't even see.
Right? Didn't we see
Did we
Anastasia?
see Coral
Well-
or Anastasia?
We didn't see Anastasia, I don't think. I think Osha saw her and was like turned away.
Yeah.
But I don't think we saw her.
Sure. I feel like she was amongst the dead, but I don't remember if Coral was or not.
I was just wondering if either
Coral's
of
the
them
one
could
that
still
wears
be
red,
alive
right?
and maybe they
She's
started the
Zabby.
fire.
Yeah.
Because like if May is, oh look, she died,
Uh-huh.
but she didn't. Is there a chance that we didn't see a body of one of the mothers and they're alive?
Sure. Like
I don't
at
know
least
anyone
if
else,
like
so.
Mother Anastasia was like unconscious in that pile of other bodies, like she could have been alive.
I definitely think there is a separate mastermind behind this conflict. Though both sides were all too ready to pull the trigger, perhaps it was our Sith hoping to recruit the twins. I mean, we did get some lore drops about the mystery of these twins and how they were created. So we know that there's some type of crossover with that ability with Plagueis. Is this some type of assertion of knowledge or experimentation or whatever when it comes to that?
And also the sequel trilogy, the twin bond thing.
The dyad. Yeah.
dyad.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would imagine a dyad like this could be even more powerful than that one. Tinfoil hat theory. Torben was taken advantage of by a third party and started killing Coven members, Anakin and Tusken Raider style. And then Andara and Kelnacca backed him up out of desperation while Soul searched for Osha. I feel like Soul is too pure to directly take part in this massacre.
We saw like a mind control.
There was like black eyes
There's a domination.
came up over Torben, and then we saw that in a vision later with one of the twins.
I could see like Torben going back and doing something, and the other Jedi just like going with him, like they see stuff happening, they jump in and defend him.
Especially with him taking his bearish vow and then taking that poison. it would be tragic if it was something completely out of his control, but still being done with his own hands.
Sure.
You know?
I want to know about Soul, because I felt like Soul had a line, though, where he said, like, I couldn't save her then.
Yeah.
Like, talking about May, let me save her now. And I don't know if it's just from what we saw, or if
Yeah.
there's something more where he was wanting to save her but wasn't.
He feels
there.
like, I don't know, Soul feel like he has like an incredible sadness in him. I'm not sure what that has been defined as yet, you know? There's some other ones here. The dark side works in mysterious ways and in the shadows. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil. Witches may have started it, but the Jedi for sure ended it. So, yeah, we're still trying to assign responsibility, blame, who we should enact revenge upon, but it seems like May is still, has made her list, and what, we have 2 crossed off.
Yeah, we gotta get back to Kelnacca in the
Kelnacca.
woods, ripping off arms.
Ripping off what? It sounds, yeah.
I don't know what he's doing. Whatever Wookiees do.
Maybe he's atoning and putting arms onto things.
He's putting another arm on people, sticking in the chest.
He's giving him more arms. I'm sorry! Here's my bag of arms.
Waiting for someone to come along.
Oh, that's the thing on their head, right?
One of the, that's a symbol of the Prime Jedi, Yin Yang symbol, it feels like. Is this just a real set? Looks great.
Looks like.
He's living in this place like
Dude, he's
Yoda and
whip
Dagobah.
stirring. Oh no!
I came to say goodbye.
You're not staying?
I've done what I needed to do. Thank you
For what?
for helping me find my sister.
You care about me. You mourn the years lost between the 2 of you.
Someone must find May before she does any more harm. But it's not me.
But not you. It would be hard to feel any closure for me, I feel like.
Yeah.
You went in there and risked your life for my master?
It's like an elevated
No,
carpet.
I risked my life to help you. Admit it. You need me.
Said my master, not our master.
Alive doesn't change anything. You need to kill the Wookiee. You made a deal.
There's 3 hours of sunlight left. Let's get going.
What if
Probably in the
he's
same order.
What
Different
if-
masters?
What if he's a master and he's just playing Kylo Ren undercover boss?
Matt, the radar technician.
Yeah.
He's Qimir, the. What does he do?
Assist.
He
Oh.
finds things for people, right?
Yeah, and sells stuff and whatnot. I don't
Like
know.
he found that poison from the tree from her homeworld. Ah,
Someone has trained her.
But who?
She doesn't know how.
you think that's Master Mundi?
It sounds like him.
Who doesn't know their master?
Do they
It's absurd.
live long
Could this be?
Sure.
and prosper?
I fear May is only a small part of her master's larger plan. A plan that is difficult to see. Some sort of shift. Something to tip the scales.
If she resists arrest and Holden neutralizes her,
It won't come to that.
then the whole master will truly be lost to us. She will not surrender without getting something in return.
Do we have something she wants?
Her sister?
Him?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
We have a few things.
How do you kill a Jedi without a weapon? It has to be some sort of test, right? You engage unarmed, but you can use their saber if you disarm them? Or is that cheating?
These are all the questions I've
I'm
been
just
asking.
curious how you're gonna do it this time. You failed so much.
And I killed Torben.
But you killed them your way. You have to kill the Wookiee without a weapon.
That's the one you want to choose to do?
She seemed in over her head, honestly. She seemed really fond of that one Jedi Master. What was his name again? Soul? Anyways, let's get going.
I got the feel that he knew what he was saying there, right?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Qimir.
It's like he looked to see her reaction.
Yeah.
Soul?
Yeah.
Do you think he's the master?
I don't know.
I think he could be something.
Yeah.
Could be
I think there's more than what he lets on.
I feel like we talked about that.
Oh yeah.
Episode 2.
You need me so you can get to her. So, I can't.
When I told May you were alive, her eyes softened. She became a different person. If you come,
Yeah, but then she tried to shoot her.
Yeah.
Fine. But I'm not wearing that civilian robe.
Is that the civilian robe?
Yeah.
He has been unresponsive to our warning transmissions.
Whoa, what's this guy? What the?
What did he do?
Sprayed acid on him.
Maybe it smells great.
But why?
It was roaring at him.
This puzzle. Is he or they with us?
Any questions, civilian?
What's this beaver?
Oh, big Mace Window energy.
Kelnacca is in there.
How do we find him?
We have a tracker.
Oh.
Oh, that's what he does.
That's what he does. He's always sniffing you.
Hopefully whatever the little robot sprayed him with.
Dude, we didn't get this many Jedi on a mission together in the Clone Wars, you know? He has a lot of Jedi.
Yeah.
It's a fellowship of Jedi.
Yeah, 8 Jedi and then 2 civilians, I guess.
Come on.
I feel like the locations in the show all are physical, like tactile.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see a lot of volume work, I don't feel like. It's a lot of sets.
Oh, the volume if they do it in the background, right?
Sure.
And then they put like
They
real
stopped
stuff.
right there.
I think most of the time we had them, it was desert and there was nothing to touch. You know?
Ugh. These trees have zits.
No, those are
Ugh.
Could be eggs, could
those
be
are
sap.
worms. They're like millipedes. Or not millipedes, they're like pillbugs.
Go, Basil.
He says there's something wrong here. Something rotten.
Keep up the pace. Keep down the volume. We don't know. And we don't want to know what lives out here.
That doesn't look good.
Don't touch them. Don't touch it.
Why would you
don't.
touch it?
Osha.
Don't touch it.
It's a fucking
It's gonna move, it's gonna move.
it's a fucking pillbug.
Giant centipede.
It's
a pill bug.
Big pill bug. Ew, what it do to
It's eating the tree.
Alright, back to Coruscant. Bad enough.
It's gonna jump on your head. Oh my gosh, they fly now.
travels like Naruto.
Is that the same creature?
I think so. I hate it. Oh, this is the
They're
worst.
all around you. Can't sense life. Where's your motion tracker?
It went straight for the saber.
It's attracted to light.
Attracted to light, huh?
It'll be dark soon.
That was just the one.
Attracted to light like a moth. Well, yeah, wait until all these
Yeah.
other guys wake up.
Man, there's a lot of Jedi we don't know here.
Yeah.
Just saying. You know, like when there's a Cobra Kai scene, there's a lot of kids you don't know. It means an ass whooping's coming.
You think we're on the Predator planet?
I want this more than anything, but it's impossible. And if I don't do it, he'll kill me. You don't even care.
I care. Here. I'm gonna find you more water. All right? You need to rest. You're losing your nerve, and we can't have that, can we?
He's gonna leave and then like call her on a hollow pad and like, this is your master.
I guess that's true about the kill a Jedi without a weapon. The without a weapon doesn't necessarily be her. It could be the Jedi itself without a weapon.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it that way.
We've lost Basil.
What?
May!
Her arm? Sheesh. Kelnacca's.
No, she pulled rope out.
You know, after running through that forest for an extremely long time, I realized something.
Uh-huh.
I don't need to do this anymore. I don't need to kill a Jedi without a weapon. I don't need to keep this deal.
What? Cut me down!
You were wrong. Osha being alive changes everything. My loyalty is to Osha, not your master.
What are you doing?
What I'm going to do is surrender myself to Kelnacca.
Huh.
And then turn myself into the Jedi.
No, stop.
It's 10 minutes off, right?
The Jedi will put you in prison.
Not after I tell them who I know.
Who I know.
I'll have to admit it. I did need you.
May!
I would not want to be upside down, and the possibility of those bugs coming over and just eating me is like nothing but hang.
Wrapping around my legs, dissolving me.
You're not going to face her. You're going to face your past. Both of us will. Once we get May safely to the ship, I'll explain everything.
Damn it.
Don't die, soul.
Damn it.
I hope you wrote it down.
He's found May.
Don't kick him.
He's not you.
I thought she was gonna kick him.
Stay behind us.
Just because you kick small little rodent creatures.
Well, if I understood that they were like, she's here, she's here.
Master Kelnacca!
He's already dead.
What?
What got him?
Why?
That's a very the thing shot.
He was making a plate of herbs. Maybe he saw the distress thingy.
A lightsaber.
Lightsaber cut. Are you gonna get blamed for this?
Shirt balls.
He's here.
The master's here.
Yeah.
All the light is left.
Master Kelnacca!
It's getting dark. Well, you don't have a lightsaber on you.
Yeah, right? So
He
you
probably
can't be
has
blamed for the
one.
He
murder.
probably did, yeah.
There's probably one in the room.
Where should I go?
Oh,
my gosh.
Oh, that's terrifying.
He sensed it.
That was what he sensed before, huh?
Yeah.
What is that?
Trouble.
It's like a grin.
Yeah.
Watch out! Run!
Lightsabers.
They're attracted to the light.
Jeez.
Damn.
Dang it, Rick. Did you have to have such a good final thing to say? The episode ended. This one eventually has a cast list, right? It was like a long time.
Eventually, yes.
I was
And
curious.
it's like for ants.
I was curious if they name the Conehead Jedi who's speaking.
It's,
Master Ki Adi Mundi. Derek Arnold.
It's a very common name.
Yeah, like he had like more like brown hair in this too.
Yeah,
he's a little bit younger.
A little younger.
He had more hair too, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of his species. I think it starts with C. Like a Syrian.
Eric, you can't just say conehead.
I can't just say conehead. I know.
I think it starts with C. Conehead. I forget what it is.
Yeah. I think he has an age in the Legends continuity, but I'm not sure about canon. I just haven't. A lot of the stuff that I knew from the Legends ones was like comic stuff, and I haven't really read all of the comics in the new
What's
canon.
missing of that? Now?
Yeah.
I don't know. Makes me think even more. Like if he knew this stuff was happening back now, why was he so against the existence of a Sith?
Well, they wouldn't know that this is a Sith. Right now, it's just a Force user that's hurting people, right?
Yeah.
Like, the point of that scene is, like, that they're not easy to think the Sith would return. You know? Like, just because someone's causing trouble, and even as a Force user, wouldn't necessarily mean Sith.
But they have
Sith
a red saber.
Yeah,
well, even in...
but that doesn't mean
that's
Sith.
a trademark.
Well, even
a lot
in
of Darksiders use red sabers.
In the Old Republic, too, like, it's not necessarily canon currently, but there have been just Dark Jedi, not even Sith, just Dark Jedi that would often use red sabers, too. So you could have, like, Dark Jedi who are trying to make them, or some maybe even just a warrior trying to make a mockery of them that isn't Sith, but could be Sith, too. It depends. Because I know some people have been like, well, this contradicts this, but I want to see what plays out here, because you could have this come to be where, like, this isn't a Sith. You could have it come to be that for some reason there's lost information or a hiding of information, or
well, and heck, they misidentified the Sith in the prequels too.
Sure, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they're trying to figure out who's what, right?
Yeah.
They think Dooku's a master for a long time, and they don't know exactly. So
I mean, Qui-Gon says, like, I fought a Sith Lord, and I'm like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
Been following for like a millennia.
So I don't know. There's just I think there's a lot of hubris. There's a lot of clouded dark side stuff, but there's also the potential that you could have someone with a red saber that doesn't mean that they are Sith themselves either.
Yeah, with the concept of bleeding a lightsaber crystal that's in these days, you know.
Ventress, I think, is a good example. Like, what is she? Is she a Sith?
Yeah.
Is she an
Savage Opress.
Is she an apprentice?
Yeah.
Is she... Yeah, what's Savage Opress? Like, they've both used red lightsabers, but when you go like, well, Sith, there's only 2 of them. Like, and right here, there's like 5. You know, like... So there's some wiggle room for some of that, but it just depends what they're classified as, too. But here, like, you see them using the Force, but you see a Sergeant Ventress using the Force. You see Savage Opress using the Force.
There's the Sith, which are like the starters, and then you have a bunch of bench players.
I suppose, yeah.
The Sith are it's a very exclusive secret club of secret Sith knowledge. You know, not just that they're not automatically the opposite of Jedi. Yeah. They're a continuity of a religious sect. But yeah, interesting that we had the Kelnacca in his like dwelling has all these kind of like art pieces or, you know, doodlings, like where he's doing the yin yang symbol, which in The Last Jedi they used as the symbol of the Prime Jedi. That Luke had that little like reflecting pool in that cave, and then it kind of like was transitioning to the symbol that's on the forehead,
maze,
right?
Yeah, because what she has is that dotted. Look.
It's that
dotted spiral.
But I think the witches also had it on.
And the witches had that too. I just thought it was interesting that the witches have a symbol that Kelnacca at least is kind of like tracing to a Prime Jedi, maybe origin or something like that. I'm not really sure.
So what was the idea of the Prime Jedi? Do you remember? Like what that was meant to mean or anything?
Just the idea that it's like, you know, Luke was on the first Jedi Temple. That was like he's meant to be the first Jedi. Whether it's more mythology or a historical person, the Jedi that's depicted in that reflecting pool is called the Prime Jedi, and he's surrounded by the yin yang, darkness, light, balance symbol that we at least had here, and I haven't really seen anywhere else. And I'm assuming that there's gonna be like a movie that comes out that deals with that type of thing. I believe, right? What they talked about, James Mangold is doing it.
I know they're having the 3 movies. There's the one that's the biblical Force
Yeah,
a long
that
time
one.
ago
Yeah.
one. So I would assume that one would dive into more of the historical lore.
Yeah.
So there's like a King Arthur of the Jedi.
Yeah, like I would
There's
say so.
should be someone who has like discovered the Force, right? And I think that's what that's meant to do. But they didn't give too much info overall over it.
I can't remember the character's name, but like the first Avatar.
Yeah.
Juan?
Yeah, Juan.
Avatar 1.
Like there was someone who was the first Avatar. It's just a matter of well, when was that? How'd they find it? How'd it come to be?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we don't really know exactly the details of that era or anything, but I just thought it was interesting. It was invoked here. And we don't get to hear Kelnacca say anything, so maybe they'll try to piece it together.
Couldn't have understood him anyway.
Well, yeah, now
I saw the holiday special.
But the Padawans take Shirley Wook as an elective.
Yeah, right? They say that. Now the Last Jedi who's aware of what happened is Sol, who said that he will tell Osha when they get May.
Yeah.
And we're at the point now where I'm like, well, Sol could die to this
that was so
mysterious
creepy
figure.
when he was just floating down.
Mm-hmm.
I just think of Dooku from the old Clone Wars cartoon floating down like that.
An awful one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Very confident of his skills to just come up on all those Jedi. It's like me in Ghost of Tsushima.
Or Minecraft when he came into that village.
With lava.
Yeah. They didn't have lightsabers.
They did not. They had a stone golem and you killed him in the lava.
It's easy to,
it's
to
easy
come
to
up
kill
on people when they're sleeping.
On our people.
That's happened to Kelnacca.
Oh, man.
Dude, that was a big Force push, too. Like, there's some good Force power among that person.
Now, Qimir.
I mean, that's my prime suspect, I think, right now.
The only thing I'll say is that if you put a robe and mask on that guy, the physiques would match.
Yeah.
Like, the height doesn't seem too far off.
Yeah, the height and the width of the shoulders seem
Walking straight up to
close.
Osha is like, it could be him.
Yeah.
Right? So...
He was bumbling, which made me think of Yoda.
Sure. Yeah, trying to, like, hide the fact that, like, oh, look, he's not precise. He's gonna... And he kind of disappeared to go get water.
He also knows this forest, and I assume if he's starting a fight in this forest, it's because he knows, like, he can use the environment to his advantage.
I would say so.
Sure.
It's been here before.
Yeah.
Falls in a trap to get split off from May. Is there a force foreseement thing? Did he go and kill Kelnacca when he was getting water? You know, I don't know.
I think he freed himself from the trap and then made better time than she did.
I mean, that's possible, too.
Like, he knows the forest better than she does. He was giving her directions. She was just like, 10 minutes southwest or whatever it was.
Kelnacca didn't seem particularly rotted. So I was wondering if he killed him the first time he was here. But he seemed relatively fresh.
We saw him alive at the beginning of this episode. He was making some kind of leaf.
Sure, but what's the timing? What does that mean, you know?
I mean, the wound was still glowing.
We saw him last time fighting those one guys. I don't know how long ago that was either, kind of thing. So, like, maybe there's a little wiggle room, but I get what you mean. It looked like it was still sizzling, right? So, I will say that if it's him, I wouldn't be too surprised right now. Because that's, like, my prime suspect. If it's not him, I'd be like, okay, well.
Yeah.
It would be more surprising if it weren't him.
Yes, I mean, since the second episode, I think, we were like...
Yeah.
Because he did say, like, a line from the Sith Code at one point. And then you kind of get this feeling like... So, what is she to this Sith Lord? She doesn't feel like his apprentice. I mean, the name of the show is the Acolyte, right? Yeah. Is he another one on her level? Because he also, there was that one moment, too, where, like, she was getting a little physical with him.
She struck at him?
It felt like he knew exactly what he could possibly do if it escalated, you know? Which, I don't know. It's interesting. And
especially when he feels kind of bumbling other times, but in that moment he was like moving.
You're almost getting the Darth Jar Jar conspiracy theory a little bit if you're going that way.
And there was the moment when he was like looking for like the reaction from her about was it
talking about the
Soul
name
or whatever it was, right?
About how Soul seems to to really care for Soul or something like that.
And he was looking down and he kind of like looked up like through his hair to kind of like see what her reaction would be.
Do you also care for this Jedi?
Yeah.
I mean, I would honestly, like, if it turns out that's what it is, I love the idea of casting a character as a Sith that's not, you know, sometimes you're like, okay, who would be a good Sith? And you're trying to think about like really cool looking badass, you know. But like this guy, like, I'm not saying he's not attractive or anything, but he's meek and he's, you know, like I like the way they're playing it. That's what they're going with because it gives me the sense of Palpatine without not feeling like a direct copy. You know?
More of a body type of like a Ray Park.
Yeah, yeah, but somebody that is, you know. Again, like playing the game here, not with lightsabers. Though it seems like at the end here popped out, he is going to. So I don't know.
If it is him, then did the other, not Night Sister, but did the other mother just die, or will she reappear in another capacity?
To what, Coral?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have all just died there.
They could have,
and we just haven't seen, and we'll see more of it in a future
another perspective
thing or something maybe.
The thing is that whoever this person is, even if it's not Qimir, this figure, this Sith, is it the master or the apprentice? Because generally,
or is it a Sith?
Apprentices,
like you're jumping to say it's a Sith.
We are jumping to
say it might not be.
But let's say if it is, then it must be one or the other, master or apprentice. And apprentices do tend to like find followers. That way, when they do overcome their master, they can bring one of them on as an apprentice or something.
So we saw an apprentice, Darth Maul, get bodied by 2 Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
If this is an apprentice, he's fighting 7?
Yeah, he is in their prime. So he could be a very experienced Sith apprentice. I don't know.
He could be posing as both.
Yeah.
Like he keeps saying like my master and stuff like that, but
yeah.
If he is also that person.
What if he has multiple personalities? Can he be the master and the apprentice as one?
I don't know. Maybe.
Always 2 there are.
How do you train yourself?
I don't know how that works.
Only Darth Bane thought of that.
Yeah, right.
My master left
Darth
me.
Bane's getting air-butted.
My master left me a homework notebook again. they wrote last night and then fell asleep. Then he woke up and he started doing his homework.
It's like Zenitsu.
I wonder if the bugs are going to come back.
Oh, 100%. 1,000%. I've never been more sure of everything in my life. I'll bet you $19.
I didn't even get to finish my sentence.
Dude, yeah, take it. The confidence, you have to.
I just take it. It's like Jeopardy, where like they didn't finish reading it, so you're just like, "Oh, sorry, you're wrong."
Yeah, I would take that bet.
All I was gonna say is I wonder if the bugs are gonna come back to be like a hindrance for the Jedi, or to be a problem for like the Sith guy, because like it's already gotten dark and they've all ignited their sabers, but like, will that be the distraction for them to get away, for him to get away?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I figured they're gonna come back. They just kind of like, we gotta get out before it's dark, and then it just started like getting like.
I hope we can see this fight in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of modern TV stuff in the dark has not been super visible.
It's supposed to be dark.
Luckily, they have glowing rods.
Yeah. Which should hopefully help.
That should help.
But I've also seen Alone in the Dark by Uwe Boll.
Or that one part in episode 2 with Dooku and Anakin, and they're just, going in the dark.
Have you seen Nope? Did you watch Nope? They do some really good dark stuff there, but they film it. In order to do it, they filmed it twice. One with a regular camera and one with an infrared camera, and then they like put them together.
Blend them.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know where they got that idea? 2 cameras?
The Room.
The Room.
No. They didn't just like, do I want film or digital? Tape them together.
I think I saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Hold on. Jordan Peele's texted me. He said I'm right.
Wait, he said he's right or you're right?
Both.
Yeah, you know, I only just recently read a thing talking about moths being attracted to fire, because we know that they do it, but we have no idea why. Like what actually makes them do it. But recently, a paper came out about how a lot of insects have a hard time dealing with what is up. Because the way they're able to like stick to surfaces, like surface areas and stuff like that, make it so that up isn't really an important thing. But they do know the sun, so they didn't generally try to keep their backs like towards a certain orientation to the sun. So whenever they come around a light like that, they just see it as the sun, and they're just constantly trying to reorient themselves, and they get stuck in like this almost like death loop.
It's taking up like too much of their vision.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
So they just are constantly trying to turn back towards the sun, but they don't realize it's just a point of light as opposed to that. I thought that was really interesting.
Subtitle called them Umbra Moths.
Umbra Moths? Umbra. Like Umbara.
Like Umbreon means dark in Latin, I think.
Okay, gotcha.
Which I assume they're nocturnal since they weren't bothering them until they were touched.
And they go after light and they go after the dark.
They hunt light things, So they probably, they go after giant fireflies or something.
Yeah.
That's a moth, huh?
Well, it does kind of look like a moth.
What constitutes as a moth?
Unfolded its wings.
You think it eats their victims' clothes?
Damn. That civilian robe.
Yeah.
She's hard to... Stuff the clothes.
And then we had that scene with Osha asking Yord, like, hey, if, Master Soul's not going to do this, and I'm not going to be able to do it, but kill May if it comes to that.
Yeah.
So.
And she had a drastic change of heart here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She seemed to...
May?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going to turn myself in.
My sister being alive changes everything.
Yeah.
It's what Soul said. Like, she saw you and her eyes softened. It wasn't this hatred and anger. It was, my family's still alive.
Yeah.
Because she didn't know that she was alive either, right?
Which, it seems like a sudden change, but I don't know how many days it's been, like how long she's been thinking about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, and if you were to believe that your entire family was dead and then suddenly found out that your sibling is still alive, how drastic of a change would that make? Where it's like, this changes. I was doing this for revenge, but I still have a family member out here.
Yeah, or if she felt like she had no redemption because she killed her whole family, but it turns out some of my family's actually alive.
Yeah.
So I can be forgiven.
Yeah, I really want to know her perspective, because May is like, she killed all of my family. Does May, Osha believes May killed all the family. Does May believe what? Jedi killed all of her family? You know, what exactly is her version of what it is?
Yeah.
I don't think she thinks Osha killed them all, right?
And what has her master told her about it too?
Yeah.
That's manipulated her.
And how did she get saved?
He couldn't tell the truth. The Sith tend to tell the truth a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. She seems to hate those Jedi, so I assume she blames them because her master told.
Oh no. It might not be anything to do with the master's information.
Yeah.
It might be something that she saw, in between her picking that fire lamp up and Osha getting out of the room. A lot of shit happened.
Yeah.
And
maybe
she might have seen what happened to the sisters.
Could just be the fact that they came to take your sister away.
Yeah. I want to know how May survived, because even in this episode, Soul said to Vernestra, if I thought there was a way she could have lived, I would have said something, but...
I wonder if the master caught her.
I wonder if she caught herself.
Were they there at the time?
Yeah, is it one of them was there?
Was this a thing that they were setting up back then, or is this a thing that they have just been using, having knowledge of or something like that, right?
Yeah.
They could have been there and orchestrated it, or they could be using that pain and turmoil for their own advantage, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
The Sith were they came across this, dude, I found this crazy jutsu, but I don't want to do it myself. I'm going to give it to these witches, see what happens with them.
Maybe they could sense whatever magic was being used to make them to begin with. And so, that brought their eye to them.
Yeah,
or something. Sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions.
Lots of questions.
See where... And then now, I don't know if next episode is going to be continuing from this.
Yeah.
If we get more information in the past, if we... last time we're okay, gotta go find Kelnacca, and we see him, and then the next episode was history lesson. Here's what May or Osha had seen,
I just know we got a lot of Jedi that are probably gonna die.
Yep.
Do you think Soul or Yord or what is it, Jeki? Any of the ones that we kind of know the names of die? Or is it just here's the other 3 or 4 that we don't really know, toss them in here?
Well, when Soul said, I'll tell you everything once this happens, I was well, that immediately puts the chances of him surviving way down.
Well, and he's already one of the 4 that were like, these are on the hit list, right?
Yeah, but she doesn't want to do that anymore.
I know, but does that mean the master doesn't?
What if the master kills everybody and then doesn't present souls? Like, here you go, I'm giving you what you want. Do it.
Maybe.
Especially on the precipice of her being like, you know what? I don't have to do this.
Sure. Well, the master could even use Osha against, right? Here's Osha. I will kill Osha, or you kill Soul.
What if the master mind controls Osha and makes her kill them all?
I don't know. Maybe it could be possible, I suppose. But you could have Soul unarmed, and it's you take out this Jedi who is defenseless, and that's the idea of killing a Jedi
someone without a weapon.
That was something else that we kind of had a revelation about in this episode, right?
Yeah, because I never thought about
the final lesson.
Where who doesn't have a weapon? Is it I don't have a weapon and I'm killing this guy, or that guy doesn't have a weapon and I'm killing this defenseless person?
It's eat, shoots, and leaves. I need commas in here,
where are my
so I can know what to do.
Yeah. Damn, he did it wrong way.
Yeah, he did. That's shoots, eat, and leaves.
So yeah, I don't know. I this could all be stuff maybe that the master is they had an idea of what was going to happen somehow. And this is the final test is going to be here in these dark woods.
Yeah.
With these moths. I don't know.
Well, I think at the very least, next episode is our first potential lightsaber duel. Right? Because all the other fights there's been one lightsaber there. This has a bunch.
Yes.
So we'll see.
You need a poll?
We need a poll. All right, so our poll this week is going to be about Qimir. Is he the Sith Master, the Sith Apprentice, or
Dark
neither
Jedi?
of those? Yeah, neither of those, I would say. And let us know what you think your guess is. And if you need more, there's another thing under that just for the comments. We'll read them next time. All right. Anything else? Did you guys have a guess that you want to throw out? Master, Apprentice, or no one?
He's my prime suspect, so I'll just go
Master
with him.
or Apprentice?
Huh? There's no Apprentice. There's only Acolytes.
What do you say, Calvin?
I'm going to say he's the guy in the mask, but I'm not sure that that's the master.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Master and the mother's whose name I cannot remember is the...
Coral, yeah. Okay. I'm going to go that he's the apprentice, but it is him in that suit. Yeah. Okay, that's what we think. We want to hear what you have to think. Go down to the link down below. Bye.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode with us of The Acolyte. We will be back next week with more, but we'll also be back here Thursday with a live stream for Badonkagong, where we're talking about a High Republic book, talking about The Acolyte, talking about all kinds of Star Wars stuff, but mainly around the High Republic era. So make sure you guys join us for that, and we'll see you guys next time.